Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm Tony with rchelp.com. I was in the middle of cleaning this transmission up. Yeah, cleaning. And I figured it'd be a perfect time to do a video to explain how this transmission works. A lot of people know, hey, the T-Maxx has got a 2-speed transmission and it has reverse. And nobody actually knows how it works. I'm the kind of person where I want to know how something works. And I love sharing this stuff with you guys to give you guys knowledge to know how this works. This right here is going to be your input shaft. If I grab the spur gear, that's where the spur gear is going to set. Your engine's going to ride right here, and it's going to spin this thing counterclockwise if you're looking at it from this direction. So if I spin it counterclockwise, as you can see, it's turning all the gears. This gear here, the smaller gear is going to be your first gear, the bigger gear is going to be second gear. These two gears are a single gear. They are molded in one piece. There is no separation. If you look at this smaller gear here and this bigger gear here, if I spin it real slow, notice that that smaller gear is spinning faster because it has a bigger drive gear. So we'll do a little experiment here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a line right across there where you can see both them lines. So what I'm going to do is completely screw it up by actually moving it the wrong way. But you'll get the idea. And I'm going to try to keep this without my finger in the way. And this way you can see that small gear on top is actually just free spinning. And if I spin it the other way, it's not engaged at all. You can see just how much faster it's moving compared to that bottom gear. So what happens, this bottom, the smaller gear here is on the bigger gear here. That's going to give you more torque. Once it gets going fast enough, that dog is going to sling out and it's going to engage this smaller gear. And you're like, how does that happen? Because if that one locks in, then this one, there's going to be some gear damage. That's where that one way comes in. Notice I am holding this shaft, but if I twist it the other way, I can't hold that shaft. There's a one-way bearing on this gear down here. So once second gear kicks in, this one is just slipping on the shaft. We now have went from first gear to second gear, or first gear to second gear. Now we got to get that to these output shafts. This shaft right here, again, one solid shaft. This is where your drive shafts are going to go out to your differentials and then obviously out to your tires. How does that work? Alright, let's go ahead and get this stuff out of the way real quick, because I need to show you this piece. This is your forward and reverse gear. This is your forward gear. This is your reverse gear. But you're like, wait, that's one solid gear. And right there you can see that one way that's in this bigger gear here. So you're like, how is this forward and reverse if they spin together? Haha, thought you'd never ask. This right here is going to be your forward gear. Like I said, whenever you push the forward reverse all the way in, it's going to engage this. This black piece right here is all metal. And inside that metal, it's going to have some pins in there. Even more importantly, you see right there, you've got another grub screw that goes to another dog, and this dog is shiny. The shiny dog, or shiny paw, is going to be the gear with the blue stripe. This is your forward gear. It's basically direct, straight from this piece here. It goes from your input to your 2-speed to your forward reverse selector. Now this one, basically what it's going to do, this is going to get to spinning. It's going to sling that dog out. It's going to engage this big metal piece here, which is physically attached to this shaft, which goes front and back. You know, it's all one solid shaft. And that's going to give you your forward gear. Okay, fantastic. What about reverse? See this little guy hiding down there? Oh, that's where the magic happens. Now, one thing to notice on this. This gear, this is your forward gear. This one's bigger than this one. If you put your differentials in backwards and you're running off of this gear, you're not going to get the top speed that the truck should be getting, because this gear is bigger. The gears in here are the exact same size, front and back. So that means the bigger gear driving this gear is going to give you more speed out of this shaft than this gear driving the gear down there, again same size. And what happens is, when you put it in reverse, that slides that collar down, completely freewheeling this one. It doesn't matter how fast it goes. It doesn't matter if that dog slides out. It doesn't matter. And once that dog slides out, there is a lip that will not allow you to sit here and change this while the truck's running. But down there, you can see it, and I'll go ahead, I'll pull all this out for you. Maybe. So what you have your input gear riding on your 2-speed, comes down, goes to this gear here, goes into this idler gear. This idler gear changes rotation. That idler gear is going to attach to this one. If you look at it, this one has a black dog and a black ring around it. So this is always going to be a reverse. These dogs are different from the two different gears. Go ahead and drop that fork. This, all it does is slide reverse, forward, reverse, forward. So I'm going to go ahead and stick all this stuff back together right quick. You do want to make sure down here, as you can see, it's kind of sitting on top of that idler gear. You want to make sure that it drops all the way down in there. This is for whenever you put it back together, which I haven't got to yet, but I just want to give you a visual here right quick. We're going to go ahead and drop our 2-speed down in there. And with that, that's pretty much it. You put power into this shaft, it spins this, which is constantly spinning this. And with this constantly spinning, even in idle, people will see this thing just sitting here spinning. Actually, it spins this way. You can see that those gears are always spinning. Even that idler down there is spinning. Your forward, your reverse, it's always spinning. It's when these dogs and these gears right here, it's when these come out that it decides to go ahead and go into gear. As you can see here, and I just noticed this, if you're in between gears, it's not going to let it go into a gear. So you want to make sure you have full forward or you have full reverse. That way the dogs can sling out, they can engage or not engage, and you can get forward and reverse. In fact, if you look right there, you can see counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise, but look at the slider. It's going in a reverse rotation. That's because it's sitting here on this reverse gear that's running on that idler down there. So like I said, I mean, this stuff right here, it absolutely fascinates me, and hopefully you guys learned something from this about how the 2-speed with reverse transmission actually works. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, guys, post down in the comments below. Let me know what you want to see. I want to thank everyone for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.